Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Our next guest went from a California state prosecutor to a renowned fertility coach after her own 7-year battle with infertility. She joins us today with advice for couples hoping to get pregnant. We welcome the author of The Feminine Fertility Cure, Rosanne Austin. Thank you for joining us today.
I'm so happy to be here with you, Hannah.
So tell us about your journey, which thankfully has a beautiful ending.
Yes, it started so many years ago, and I was struggling with fertility for, as you said, 7 years while I was a prosecutor in California. And my husband and I were trying every treatment, diet, lotion, and potion we could get our hands on, but nothing was working. And then using my skill as a trial attorney, I had to ask myself, what's missing? And what became very clear to me was that even though my diet was clean, we were sparing no expense on fertility treatments, I was literally walking into my treatments, Hannah, expecting to fail. So what that told me was my mindset was off. And I discovered that for me and so many women around the world, this is the piece of the fertility puzzle that so often gets missed.
So what made you make that big decision once you found success in your journey to completely change your life's mission to help other women who are going through something similar to you?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, it was gratitude. I said to myself, look, if I was able to go from trying all of those things and nothing working to getting pregnant naturally and having my son at almost 44 after I was told that it would pretty much never happen for me, I decided that I wanted to share it with any woman that would listen. So I now write books and I teach programs for women all over the world, from the United States, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, parts of Africa and the Middle East, as well as Europe, where I am currently.
You've obviously learned a lot about fertility and infertility along the way. Can you share with us some myths that maybe we don't even know are kind of lurking around that space?
I would be glad to, because if we could bust some of these myths and give women more hope and confidence as they try to conceive, I love to do that. So the first myth that I want to share with women is that they are a statistic. So often when women go into their OBGYN or go into a fertility clinic, the first thing they hear are these terrifying statistics. But what I like to remind women is you aren't a statistic, you are an individual. So that's the first thing, is for women to get really clear, to treat themselves as individuals. The statistics are great from the standpoint of giving us some additional data, but they as individuals are not a statistic. The second myth that I would love to bust is this idea that you're supposed to get pregnant immediately, right? So some women freak out if they're trying to conceive and it's been 6 months. They have to give themselves time. Everybody is unique. And so while they may know somebody that got pregnant at the drop of a hat, that may not be their story, and they deserve to have the uniqueness of their story. And the last myth that I would love to bust is this idea that stress has no impact on fertility. I remember being told that after trying multiple rape cases as a prosecutor, and even as a layperson, I found that crazy. But there's so much data on the impact on stress and fertility and the body that we simply can't ignore it.
Yeah, we know a lot more now about how stress connects to our health in so many ways. It makes sense that it would have some impacts on fertility as well. Let's talk about the timing and finding that patience in the process. I've had friends go through this, and it seems like time just really stops when all you're focused on is that fertility aspect. How do you help people kind of navigate through that?
So one of the most important things to consider when going through that part of it, because yes, everyone is, we both have a biological clock, and then we are also looking at, wow, I'm getting older, this is taking so long. And one of the things that I like to encourage women to focus on is that their journey is unique. And their baby is going to come right on time. Like, I know that I lived it myself, so I know it can seem really frustrating, but if they stick with it, if they stay focused and open to the process, their baby is going to come. So they just have to allow themselves to be in their own unique process, and this baby will come.
And you've heard lots of success stories, right, of kind of clearing out the noise and being able to find some peace with the process that doors can open.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I've helped women from ages 28 to 53, Hannah. So this is why when I say let this process happen, be open, and allow your unique story to unfold, I'm coming at that from having watched thousands of women all over the world beat the odds.
Yeah, you're right. Everyone is different. You never know what's going to come your way, and it's a miracle every time. So thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
Thank you, Hannah.
Of course, the book again is The Feminine Fertility Cure, and we'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.